Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Rock Shop with Ralph, your source for the best celebrity interviews. And I can't believe who I have with me today. From formerly of Dio, I have guitarist Tracy G. I have Paul Alfery, and I have formerly of Quiet Riot, Steel Mountain, we could say, 5150, Mark Huff. They formed the band called Dark Mile with bassist Randy Oviedo, who is not with us today, but I'm so happy to have them on my show. Welcome, guys.
Hello.
Howdy. Thanks for having us.
All right. And I didn't want to say this, but I gotta shoot this out first. Mark, I was going to introduce you as MC Gainey. You know who that is?
Who is that?
MC Gainey is an actor. He was in the movie Breakdown with Kurt Russell. He was in Wild Hogs with Martin Lawrence, the biker movie. He's been in a ton of movies. I'm surprised you never got that before.
So my resemblance of that gentleman?
You don't think you look like him? Can you see it? I'm sorry. MC Gainey.
No, listen, I've been
What the fuck is going on with me? There you go.
So
It's your evil twin.
all good, you know.
Come on, Mark.
Listen, bro,
Especially when you had your mustache going on during 5150.
listen.
You were rocking that short hair with porno mustache, bro.
See, that's what I'm saying. I've been called anything from a porn star to I don't know. What's the other one? Stacy Keach, the Hamlet.
Yeah, my camera.
The Mouth of the South, you know, from WWE. You know what I'm saying?
Jimmy the Hitman Hart.
Yeah, the Hedgehog. Listen, nothing hurts me, bro.
No. Just, Mark, that wasn't a knock on you. That was a compliment.
No, listen, I'm just kidding.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
I appreciate the love.
listen, I'm just a chubby kid from Queens, New York. I've been called everything, you know, butterbean, fat bastard. I mean, come on, you roll with it, you know.
It's all
You know,
good.
it's all good, brother. But yeah, listen, I'm going to start with Mark because Mark, and I'm being dead honest with you, I've been a fan of yours since Atomic Punks and 5150 because I'm a huge fan of the Sammy Hagar era Van Halen. And you in that band, I mean, you were the shit, brother. Like I said, even with the short hair and the porno star John Holmes mustache, you had it going, and you sang all that Sammy stuff, bro.
And listen, when I had the short stuff going on, dude, that was not long after I'd had brain surgery, so that's why I had this much hair anywhere. So
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just compared to now, and when you were in Quiet Riot, you had short hair and you had that little mustache going.
yeah, that's funny.
Right. But I'm glad to have you on the show, brother. How you doing?
Listen, I'm upright and breathing, and excited to be a part of this project with these gentlemen right here.
Right. And health wise, everything's good.
Listen, I got a clean bill of health.
Awesome. Health is wealth.
Listen, it's everything, man. I woke up today, amen. So
Absolutely. And we have Paul Alfery, who is the second guitarist in Dark Mile, and we have this other guy named Tracy G, who I thought was this computer wizard. He can't even operate friggin' Zoom.
He's all good now.
I got one button on my guitar. I was telling him before we started, Mark, 93, I'm a huge Dio fan. Awesome. And he gets this guitarist called Tracy G, who I remember from World War III with Mandy Lyon, Vinny Appice, and Pilson. And I'm like, wow, this is fucking great. We got this guitar wizardry. I hear the first single, Jesus, Mary, and the Holy Ghost. I hear robots going off. I hear computer game, beep, boop, bobble, beep, boop, beep. And then he tells me, that was nothing. I don't even know what the hell I'm doing with that. And I'm thinking he does that purposefully.
Well, I do, but I don't know what it is. I just like the way it sounds.
It's like, be careful when you meet your heroes. You know, you never know what the hell it's going to be like. And that's one of the things. I'm like, this guy's a computer wizard. He knows all this friggin' tones and all this stuff. And he's telling me, I don't know what the hell I was doing. I was just playing this, doing that, doing this, doing that. But anyway, I got to tell you, you guys formed the band Dark Mile. I got 4 songs from you. Mark, if you don't sound like Kevin DuBrow on those tracks, I don't know what else to say because, and I have to say this, we'll get to the elephant in the room for both you guys later. But you seemed to me the best fit for that band at the time. We'll get to that. I just want to say that. But these tracks, I feel you could hear him. If I close my eyes, I can hear him. And that's a compliment.
Listen, there was no intention to emulate or sound like anyone. That's just me. So, and with a little help from Paul shining stuff up, you know what I mean? But no, I will take that as a compliment.
And it is totally a compliment. Oh, by the way, I'm wearing this for you, Mark. This was given to me by Carlos Cavazzo.
Listen,
I had him on the show a couple months back, and he sent me a couple of shirts.
Very cool.
Yeah. But so total compliment. The band is called Dark Mile. The first single is called The Boy. And my favorite one that you sent me was United We Stand.
Cool. Right
Look,
on.
He tapped on Paul. You had something to do with that, Paul.
I really love that song too.
I love that friggin' song.
We all do, but you know.
We like them all, but the thing about that one is that we didn't want to write a political song, but we also wanted to address the fact that there's like pretty serious division, and really we all should just get along.
Can't we all just get along?
It seems so simple, right?
Yeah. So let's start. I mean, how did this band be put together? I'm thinking Tracy G, and then all of a sudden Mark Huff.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? Wait a second. I had to back up. I'm like, wait. The Mark Huff, my boy from 5150 and Quiet Riot? Really?
Quiet Riot and World War III had a baby.
And it formed Dark Mile. No, seriously. Have you guys been friends, or did you have audition? I mean, I have to ask that. Did you have an audition? I mean, not like the friggin' documentary, Mark, because I know that was all for dramatic effect.
Why don't you address it, Paul?
Well, so Tracy and I have known each other for a long time, and do we tell the story of the restaurant? So we have this restaurant that we go to, and at one point I said to Tracy, "Have you thought of doing something that maybe was a little more like kind of the Dio days? Not obviously
straight ahead rock,
but straight ahead rock." And Tracy was like, "Yeah, who would I do that with?" And and then he goes, "Oh, you want to do this?" And I said, I think we should give this a shot, because I just know that there are people out there, and not that Tracy's new stuff is great. Don't get me wrong. I just know that the straight ahead thing, he's great at it. And I know that there's people that want to hear that.
Tracy, what did I say to you last week when I talked to you? I said
straight ahead stuff.
I said, Tracy, this fucking stuff is great. This is you doing straight ahead rock. Best stuff since Strange Highways.
That's kind of how I used in the 80s. It's kind of I played like that more, and then I got kind of weird as it went. I try to progress and do different stuff, whatever. But I don't mind the 80s vibe or anything. No, I love it. But
riff raff.
The biggest thing to me is another guitar player. Like I don't really play. I've never really played with another guitar player, but Paul's not just another guitar player for me, because I've known him forever, and as a person we get along so great. So I thought, and then he said the magic word, "You could do all the solos," and I'm like, I'm in. Okay. I can press my buttons.
I was gonna say, but you told him you only have one button on your guitar. I hope that works.
Hey, you know what? We still get crazy spaceship and wacky sounds.
But I got a bunch on the floor. on my pedal board.
Mark, I got to tell you, I keep saying this, but it's God's honest truth. Huge Dio fan, huge Tracy G fan since World War III, and I couldn't wait to meet him. And I know we've all been through this, sitting in our room looking at the liner notes of a CD or an album, and thinking about, well, if I ever met him, I'll ask him this, I'll ask him that. I wonder what he's like. And I'm like, Tracy, so how do you get all those spaceship sounds? What? What are you talking about? I never did that on purpose. I'm thinking he got the Dio gig because of that. And meanwhile, he's like, no, I never played one solo. I never did anything like that. I just got the gig. So, all right, whatever. I guess I'm a changed man now.
Ralph, Vinny told me when they were looking for a guitar player, he let Ronnie hear World War III, and Ronnie didn't like it. mainly because of the singing. He hated the singing.
Oh, Mandy.
But he was just like, guitar player sounds too industrial and he makes too much noise.
See?
Ronnie said to Vinny, and then I did, 6 years with him, so.
Right.
And he used to tell me, I mean, if you keep stepping on that thing, the pedal board, people are going to think that's all you know how to do. And I said, good. That's fine with me because I dig it. It's fun. It's like a kid playing guitar. The boy who just wants to rock. I just want to make noise. That's
right.
pretty much it. I just do it for fun. I just do it. I make the sounds. I've always been inspired by, Tommy Bolin, Adrian Ballou, Eddie
oh my God.
They make sounds. They make sounds to me. So, Tommy Bolin was the first one I heard use an Echoplex that would just make all those space sounds. And I thought, I want to incorporate that into like the heavy metal crap, So that's what I do. I like to add sound to melody maybe and rhythm and the whole thing. I like the mess.
So Mark, as I was saying before, how'd you meet Tracy first? How'd you get this gig? Do you guys correspond just through? He's laughing. Just through files? Do you do the lyrics?
Your accent.
And he does music.
I love your accent, dude. I feel like I'm getting scolded.
Bro, I'm from New York. This is me.
I know. I like it. I like it. It's cool.
When I had Vinny on my show 3 times. It's like, hey, forget about it. Yeah, what's going on? How you doing? Pass the pasta. Oh, you want some meatball? Here you go. Phew.
Yeah, that's it.
But now Mark is in Washington. I'm probably speaking in tongues to him. He's probably trying to get my accent down. But
no, I'm familiar with the region.
You're familiar with the Guineas. I can say Guineas and I'm Italian.
Yeah, I'll leave that up to you.
Yeah. But yeah, Mark, how did you do the lyrics on the album? And Tracy did the crazy straight ahead rock. Well, we're not gonna say crazy sounds, so he didn't do any crazy sounds on here. Just great straight ahead guitar. Some of his best playing in years. And that's the truth.
I'm just fortunate to be asked to be a part of this project because I think these gentlemen already had a vision for the next album or the next project they wanted to get going on, and I just happened to be the right person to connect with them and have the ability to be flexible and have some range. And I'm a team kind of guy, you know what I'm saying? I'm not done learning until I take the dirt nap, so I got a lot to learn about stuff, and I've been real fortunate because between Paul and Tracy, that's why I'm a part of all of this stuff. As far as writing lyrics, I don't write any of the songs. I don't write any of the lyrics. I'll do some adjustments, and that's usually between Paul.
Call him the voice. He's the voice.
The voice.
He's the voice.
With balls. Strong vocals on this.
Hey, Mark, can you push it a little bit more? Can you give it a little bit more? And then, here comes the Kevin DeBro thing, and it comes out naturally. Just when he pushes and he gets dirty and raspy with his voice, it has that sound. We like that.
Awesome. So Paul, I'll have to go to you then.
Sure.
Did you write the lyrics, Paul?
Some of them, but
we both do. Yeah.
Tracy's written some. I've written some. There's another gentleman who also contributed a little bit as well. So it's a collaborative effort. And
Randy
came up with some too.
Randy puts in his ideas. We all kind of write the stuff and hand it over to Mark and say go.
Right.
And that's
now the label that you're on is called Pride and Joy Music. Yeah. Is that an actual label, like an independent label, or is that one of your guys' labels?
No, it's an independent label out of Germany, and actually, my connection with them goes back. So I did a record in 2021 called Walk the Walk, and Walk the Walk, and that came out on AOR Heaven. I don't know if you're familiar with that label.
AOR Heaven, no.
Yeah, I mean that was another one out of Germany, and I guess this goes to this music being far more popular in Europe right now than it is in the United States. It's just the way it is.
I was going to ask you guys about the music. What do you think of the music business and how it is today? But that was my next question. But go ahead.
it's an absolute mess. But in
Yeah.
any case, to go on about the whole situation over in Germany and this label. So AOR Heaven ended up closing their doors, not because they weren't doing well, but because the owner and his wife were at an age where they just felt like, it's time. And certainly the fact that people don't buy physical CDs on the kind of level they used to, I'm sure impacted their decision on whether it was time to retire. So in any case, Pride and Joy, Birgit is the lady that owns Pride and Joy. She also has a promotional firm called Jermusica. And so she promoted the Walk the Walk record, and she kept me incredibly busy. This was right during the pandemic, so I had lots of time. And I did, podcasts and interviews, and there were just an amazing amount of reviews that were put out. And so, she knows how to promote a band, and because they're not a huge label, she's pretty hungry, and she'll put in the effort. And I told these guys, look, this isn't the biggest label that we could probably connect with, but she'll work hard.
Right. And there are really no more music labels. I mean, Jesus Christ. And if there's an Atlantic Records out there now, I don't even know if there is, and you get signed to them, you think they're going to promote Dark Mile?
Yeah, let's face it. I mean, they're looking for Taylor Swift or Billie
Oh, of
Eilish.
course. They want to shake it off, shake it off. And hey, you could be like, Tracy, you could be like Nuno Betancourt and play with fucking Rihanna, right? Going crazy with your tongue.
I don't know.
Yeah, but I gotta say, by the way, you say that label's based in Germany. I know one word in German. Do you know how they say bra, brassiere in German? Stops them from flopsing.
Perfect. I'm not sure I'm going to run by the lady that owns Pride Joy. That's
what happened, Mark? No good, Mark. No good, Mark. I got Mark to laugh at least. Jesus Christ. You all right, Mark? Indeed. All right, great. So now, love the band, love the songs. I said my favorite song is called "United We Stand." My favorite on the album. We talked about that. So is it going to be a full-length album, or is it going to be just the 4 songs that I received?
Well, it's a full album. So July 12th, it comes out, and the full album will be out, and it'll be everywhere. Because the other thing about Pride and Joy, they distribute through a company called Believe, big company, and it's worldwide. So it shouldn't be difficult to find.
12 songs.
12 songs.
12 songs.
Yep.
Oh, awesome. I can't wait to get this. And I believe that it's going to do real well. Because you guys seem like a really, really good fit. And like I told Tracy, I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass. And I tell her just like it is. Plain and simple. And by the way, Mark, you got to know my accent. Frankie Benali was from Queens, just like me.
That's what I'm saying. I'm familiar with the tone, so no worries.
I mean, and I know he was a little bit more obnoxious than I. Rest in peace, Frankie, and I love you. He was a little bit more obnoxious than I. I mean, at least what I saw in the documentary.
Listen, he's very, very passionate about what he believes. You know what I'm saying, and so that's what I say too for both Kevin and him. R.I.P. And that's to that depth of any conversation about any of that stuff. We don't talk about folks that are no longer here.
Yes, absolutely. But like I said, love him. Rest in peace.
Yep. And I was fortunate to be a part of the industry to learn a lot. And you know what I mean? If I may have not been the right fit for them or whatever and stuff, I think both of our health issues had something to do with that whole experience. You know what I'm saying? And so business has got to move on with either one of us. You know what I'm saying?
I thought you got a raw deal. Like I said, I'm from the outside looking in. I don't want to dwell on it too much because the past is the past. But I mean, Jesus Christ. I don't know. The way you were treated, I kind of felt a little bit bad for you. I'm being honest. I didn't think it was right.
Listen, whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger, brother. Listen,
I know, but you see, I would have been smacking people upside the fucking head. I mean, like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
We won't talk about the things we would have, should have, could have done. You know what I'm saying? Because listen, we all have a degree of pride and the willingness to either or not put up with that type of behavior. You know,
right? And
we're all adults, and I understand business is business, and we all do that different. And so, listen, I try to learn and respect and just move on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm lucky to be a part of this project because there's no ill here at all. We're doing this because we're having a good time, and we didn't do this because we wanted to come out with something that we knew, and it was our whole drive was to sell. We did this, and it's kind of going on its own with help from the right people that have been promoting this and pushing it on between Paul and Tracy. You know what I mean? So whatever happens, happens. You know, we're already on the second one. So.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. And I was going to say, you landed on your feet. You're upright. You're healthy. You got a clean bill of health, and you're singing. I mean, your voice sounds as strong as ever, Mark.
Well, listen,
and I've been a fan since 5150 and Atomic Punks.
Listen, I don't smoke and I don't drink. I haven't had a drop of alcohol since I had surgery. So I think it's about trying to get some longevity out of the rest of my life and just being good to my body. And so that's why I can sing like this at this juncture of my life.
This level, right, at this level. And last question about that. Is it true you found out that you were fired online? Nobody called you?
No, there was a degree of communication prior to that, but no. I had to find out in other ways. Like I said, it's all how we all choose to do things, you know.
Right.
And like I said, you know, he wasn't feeling well, if it was more about business, any of those things, I forgive him, and you know what I mean?
I got you. So, Tracy, my boy.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to tell you, I met you. It was twice. 1993.
Did I try to hit on your wife?
No, that was Vinny, that horny bastard. Do you remember Slip Disc Records?
I think so.
It's in Long Island, New York.
Oh,
my wife was. I wasn't there. I was actually working, and my wife loved me so much that she went there to get autographs and everything. And she's like, I met this guy. His name was Tracy, and this other guy, Vinny, and Vinny kept rubbing. Well, I don't want to get too much. He's like, Vinny was hitting on me. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, Vinny was hitting on me. Vinny was trying to pick me up. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I couldn't believe it. She's like, no, I'm telling you. I mean, women have like a sixth sense. They know we're all friggin' horn dogs. And I'm like, all right, well, whatever. At least it was Vinny. You know? And I had him on the show a couple times. I told him, he's like, no, that wasn't me. That wasn't me. Yeah, okay, all right, Vinny. Anyway, Tracy, what was the first song that you wrote with Dio?
Let me think. Gosh. I want to say Pain, but it wasn't Pain. There was a couple. There's something before that.
Give me a choice between pleasure and pain.
Yeah.
Wow. I chose pain. Jesus, Mary, and the Holy Ghost.
No, that came later.
Oh God, that was the best track on the fucking album.
When we started, it was Jimmy Bain on bass, but he only lasted like 2 weeks. And
I'll tell you a story about him too.
For about a week, Ronnie played bass.
Right, I heard that.
Ronnie, me, and Vinny, and the riff. I already had the riff Pain in World War III.
Oh, really?
So I played it. Yeah, I played the main riff for Vinny, and he started playing along. And Ronnie caught on to it, and Ronnie started playing along with it too. But then Jimmy Bain wasn't there, and they got Jeff Pilson.
Right.
And it turned into a song. I don't know. I don't know if that was the first song, but that was right up there.
I met Jimmy at another in-store. It was during the he's gonna laugh. He knows this fucking guy. It was during the Magic album. I'm like, Jimmy, what the hell's going on? Where you been? What have you been doing? He goes, drugs mostly.
Honest answer.
Honest answer. I'm like, where you been? I haven't seen you. What's going on with you? What have you been doing? Drugs mostly. All right. Well, anyway, Strange Highways has to be one of my favorite Dio albums, Tracy, and that's the God's Honest Truth. Jesus, Mary, and the Holy Ghost. I mean, when I heard that track, that's when I was like, this guy is great to take Dio into the future, you know? And that's where we thought it was going to go and it was going to last forever because the whole climate was changed. You know, I'm going to tell you the stories. The whole climate was changed, and Dio was doing lyrics, predominantly real life lyrics, nothing fantasy. You know,
he wanted to stop all that. He said he just wanted to write about what's happening. You know,
right, exactly.
And it kind of went that way, yeah. And I didn't really play like his other guitar players.
Yes.
Even my favorite guitar player, Tony Iommi, which was a big influence, but I didn't quite play like him. I played a piece of him, but I had my own quirky bullshit going, and they just let me go and play the riffs, and then they played along, turned them into songs.
Right. And then, like I said, Strange Highways, it did okay. Then you released the next album, which was Angry Machines, where I got to be honest with you, it took me for a fucking loop. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? I couldn't understand it.
Yeah.
And I asked you this. We were outside the Ritz in Manhattan. I was one of those fans that waited outside, and Ronnie would come out. and you were there. I was hanging with you, and I was hanging with who's the bass player? Larry Dennison?
Yeah.
Right, you guys. And I'm like, Tracy, the song Don't Tell the Kids. What is that about? He goes, I have no fucking idea. Just ask Ronnie. Do you still know? Do you know anything about that song?
Fuck no. I didn't follow the lyrics words. That's all Ronnie. And I just did the sounds and the guitar, and the music. I didn't do nothing to do with the words.
It was like a complete opposite of Strange Highway. Strange Highway was like this nice, great production. Mike Frazier, who produced the album, was actually on the show. I interviewed him.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Great.
Mike's great.
Great engineer, producer. I had him talking about AC/DC when he was doing Thunderstruck. It was great.
It's great.
But yeah, he's like, he wanted a big sound. I got him the big sound. But then you went.
You know what he did? Sorry, you know what he did, Mike? When I met him and said this guy Mike's gonna produce, do the record Strange Highways, and he's done this and this and this. He had done lots of stuff. So he comes in and he comes to rehearsal before then. We played a couple songs for him, and he goes, "Well, I don't got to do nothing. He just mic'd everybody up, and we just played."
That was it.
And he captured, the big sound, but I mean, he didn't have to rearrange or do nothing.
Wow.
They were just ready to go, and he just let us do what we do, and he captured it.
Basically. Awesome. Are there any leftover tracks from that era?
No, it was.
You think?
No, it was just on Strange Highways. It was just what we wrote. In Anger Machines, it was just what we wrote. But just in the defense of Anger Machines, let me just say real quick: the reason why you didn't really get it is because we put too much thought into it. Strange Highways, we just went blah. We just did it, naturally did it. But then since it didn't do so well, we got to try harder, and we got our brain in the way of the music. Strange Highways, 1 week it took for every song. Angry Machines, a month it took every song. That's the difference. And it's too much. There's too much thought. There's too much brain and not enough just balls in the Anger Machines. You got to think too much about it. And let's face it, people in general, they don't want to think. They just want to rock out.
Right, exactly.
Think.
I thought it was a very dull sounding album,
Well,
and no offense to Win Davis, he produced it.
But no more Mike Frazier. Ronnie produced it, and Win Davis, we recorded it there, but it was flat, very flat to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Mark, did you record anything with Quiet Riot? Was there anything recorded? New stuff?
I think initially I did I re-vocal tracks over some of their hits, like the 4 or 5 songs, I think, you know what I mean? I think those may have been posted as promo at some point. They kind of, Open Eyes and stuff, but that's not available. I have none of that and stuff, but that was interesting, and that was an honor actually, you know, to be able to do those tracks. I think we did them at Steve Vai's studio in LA.
Oh, really?
And I actually got to use, you know, one of Kevin's mics, probably one of the last ones he used there in that studio and stuff. So
Wow, that's awesome.
it was a privilege to be a part of that, you know. So
Yeah, I mean, not many people can say that, and it's funny. It's funny. The connection here is, and this is a little bit crazy. This is going to be like the 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. He was in the band Riff Raff with Jizzy Pearl, who is the current lead singer of Quiet Riot. Right, Tracy? You gonna deny that too?
Say that again. What?
You were in Riff Raff with Jizzy Pearl.
No, you're wrong.
Damn it!
I was in Love Hate.
Love Hate. I'm sorry, not Riff Raff.
Riff Raff.
I meant Love Hate. I'm sorry.
Riff Raff was my older.
Yeah.
And,
Love Hate with Jizzy
I
Pearl.
was in Love Hate as the rhythm guitar player for Johnny Love was his name, the guitar player. And they said I got the gig. They were playing the local scene here in LA. They said, we only need another guitar player because Johnny breaks a string every time we play, and then we have to wait, you know. It ruins it, but I guess he didn't have a spare guitar or whatever. He had to fix the string, and it makes the gig go down, and we want another guitar player so we can keep going. But they hated it if I do any soloing. Well, Johnny hated it. The other guitar player was like, hey, that's my job.
Are you serious?
So, yeah. So I only lasted about 2 months with Jizzy Pearl. Yeah.
So you had nothing to do with Blackout in the Red Room, and why do you think they call it dope? Nothing like that.
No, they wrote those already. Skid, the bass player, wrote all the songs in that band. Good band, good songs, good singer. You know, I thought they had a lot of potential. You know. Anyway.
Right. Awesome. But Paul, so you mentioned that the next album is it being recorded or is being written?
We're 4 songs in at this point.
4 songs in. So it's definitely going to be a new Dark Mile album.
Absolutely.
We got a 2-album deal, 3-album deal, 4-album deal. What do we got here? Come on, a little business plan.
You know, labels these days, especially on this kind of stuff, it's a 1 record deal at a time.
You see Tracy's like this. Tracy's like that. Like, go ahead. What the fuck are you gonna tell him now? Come on. I see. See, he gave you a look like, be careful what you say. Don't say a 5-album deal. If we're gone in 1 fucking album, that's it. We fucking lied. Nah,
I don't know when the rip.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Right, exactly, Mark. No, but listen, you guys, and I mean this wholeheartedly in the truth. I love the stuff that's coming out. Mark, your voice is as strong as ever. Paul, you did the lyrics. I love them. I mean, I can't say enough. And Tracy, thank God, straight ahead rock. I'm not telling you to change completely, but this is like great stuff. I really mean it. I mean, you come out with something every couple of years. And I told you, and I'll be honest with the fans, I wasn't a big fan of the last one that you did. I thought
Go for us.
And I'm not knocking it. I'm not knocking anybody. I think Randy was involved with that, correct?
Yeah, that was I.
And Paul was. I'm sorry. Sorry, Paul. But I gotta tell you, I bought it. I bought the CD. He sent it, these guys sent it to me, but I wasn't a fan. This one, I'm definitely gonna buy it. I love it. I love the 4 songs. I can't wait to hear the other 8.
Cool.
Okay. Now, I told you guys before, be careful who you meet. Sometimes your heroes aren't what they seem to be. Here's a question I want to ask you guys before we end this. Is there anybody that you ever met in the business that you find out to be a total jerk? Let's see if somebody's going to come up. Most people answer it. Some people don't.
I got to meet Jeff Beck.
The constipated duck?
Yeah, but all I got was a handshake. I didn't really get to talk with him, but I'm just a big fan of his. I just had to say that.
That doesn't answer my question.
He wasn't an asshole. I know it doesn't. I just wanted to say Jeff Beck because he's just one of the greatest. You know, that's all.
Mark, you don't want to answer.
No, I don't want to. No, I don't.
All right, no problem. Paul, come on, give me something, Paul.
I mean, the truth is, I haven't really met anybody that's been a jerk, but I've definitely.
You guys are full of shit.
Now, hang on.
Come on. There's no way in hell you're going to tell me that guys in this business aren't assholes. See, now that's the difference. And I love you guys. I'll just tell you like it is. And I'm going to tell you who I met was a total fucking asshole when I'm done. But anyway, when you're done, I'm sorry, Paul. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, there's guys like Michael Schenker, who I love, kind of a socially awkward dude. He's just not, I mean, I met him. It felt very forced and kind of like, get me out of here.
Get me the fuck out of here.
Pretty good, actually. Yeah.
Hey, son of a bitch bastard. Be careful. I've got a bit of nails for you.
I got neighbors.
I'll put him in the Iron Maiden.
Class.
But awesome guitar player.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. Mark, you're going to love this one. Sammy Hagar. Total asshole.
Oh, boy.
I'll say it. And I want to meet Sammy again and I did tell him he was an asshole when I met him. Okay. Very, very simply, and maybe he was having a bad day, but if oh shit, I got the fucking drummer's name now. I just drew a brain fart. I was at Eddie Trunk's 30th anniversary party, and Sammy Hagar was walking down the steps, and there was a bunch of fans there, and I happened just to be one of the fans that were there. I was actually talking to Don Jameson from that metal show. And Sammy Hagar stops next to me and looks and sees all the fans and goes, holy shit, let's get the fuck out of here. Just like that. I'm like, hey, Sammy, how you doing? I'm a huge fan, and I love Sammy Hagar. 5150 was one of my favorite Van Halen albums of all time. I scratched the shit out of that thing. And he turns around and says that. I'm like, really, Sammy? And he goes, yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. And walks back up the stairs and leaves. So now you got me, was just one fan. I was there, and you had maybe 10 other 15 people. And I turned around and went, Sammy, that's fucked up. You're a fucking asshole. Just like that. And the drummer turned around. He handed me set 6. He goes, oh, he's just having a bad day. And sorry about that. So he acknowledges it. Anyway, that's my Sammy Hagar story. I'll stick to it. And I can't wait. If I meet him again, I'm going to ask him, what was your problem that day? And he comes across as such a great guy. This great, lovable guy. And maybe it was 20 fans there, whatever. But anyway, that's my story. So what else do we have on the horizon, guys? Anything going on? Do we plan on doing some live gigs?
You never know. I mean, certainly these labels sometimes are able to, put you on a show. It's usually like something in Europe or something like that.
There's like a showcase?
Yeah, there's also the Monsters of Rock Cruise, which is something that I go on every year. And that's a cool thing just because it's a bunch of 80s rock fans and it's a built-in crowd. You don't have to worry about, drawing people. But, I've said this before because people ask this all the time. Are you going to go out and play live? I'm like, look, Tracy obviously has toured with Dio. Mark's gone out with Quiet Riot. Do these guys want to get in a shitty van and drive across the country? I don't think so.
Well, you never know. Maybe you could do sporadic gigs here and there if they give you an offer.
Ralph, you could be our driver.
Oh, I just retired. I'll do it. If that's an offer, I'll do it. What are you laughing at? Bro, listen, you would have a fucking ball with me, Tracy. You would have a fucking ball with me. And I'd have Mark's face. Mark's face would crack when he was laughing so much. Right, Mark? Indeed. Are you still there?
I'm here. Right here.
There you go. Come on, Mark. What the fuck is going on with you today? Get up.
Listen, I'm sorry. I'm just happy to be here.
No, I'm only kidding, Mark. I love you. I'm telling you. And I'm not blowing smoke at you. I've been a fan, and that's the truth. I've been a fan since those 5150 and Atomic Punks.
And they're the only reason that I got any recognition through the local music scene was that. I mean, that's how I got picked up by Quiet Riot. So
don't sell yourself short, Mark. No, you're a great singer and you're a great guy. I can tell, and I wouldn't sugarcoat it. That's the truth.
Thank you very much.
I agree with that.
The kind words, man.
Don't sell yourself short. Come on, bro.
No, listen,
and you're a great house painter.
No, listen, I'm not
right?
the best. And I'm about ready to
Mark, did you hear what I said? You're a great house painter.
That's what I'm saying.
Listen, now I gotta let you guys in on a little something. Come here. Come in closer. Listen, do you know what with us Italians, you know what they mean when they say, do you paint houses? That means, the guy's got to go.
Yeah,
So-
but that's what happened to me.
I'm about to tell you. Frankie went and say, hey, Mark, Mark paints houses. He's got to go. Let's get him there. Nah, but that's the truth. There was a slang.
Frankie painted his own house.
He painted his own. But you must have got a couple $1 million from that documentary, right? Right, Mark?
And got a little drink with an umbrella in it, and I'm just.
There you go. And the door. Let me get the door for you. What about you, Tracy? Huh? Did you pay for that studio with your Dio money?
It's a garage.
It's a garage.
It's a garage.
This fucking guy, he's fucking great. I can't wait to meet Tracy. He's been turning me down for the past friggin' 10 years. I'm trying to get him to come on. I finally get him on, and he's fucking telling me all the stuff I didn't want to hear. I'm like, holy shit, this is crazy. But he's great guy. I'm glad. And I got his number, and I'm going to call him every week now.
Perfect.
Awesome. So, guys, anything you guys want to add before we close it up here?
I've got some more news for you.
Good. Come on. Give me something good, Tracy.
My father passed away a couple years ago, but he hated
The Grivalja brothers.
the Grijalva brothers. Yeah,
Grijalva brothers. There was
he hated Sammy Hagar.
There you go. See?
He couldn't stand him.
And I'm not shitting on Sammy. I'm just being honest.
Sammy's great. He's a great voice. I mean, he's a great singer. I'm just saying, every time he'd come on TV, my dad thought he was a big poser and he ass kisser. That's what my dad always said.
There you go. And I couldn't fucking believe it. Could not. But now, on the other hand, my boy Ronnie James Dio, that fucking guy. Excuse my language. Ronnie, I love you. Rest in peace. One of the most down to earth, humble guys I've ever met in my life. And I'll tell you, look at Tracy. You better not add anything to this, Tracy. I'm going to tell you a story real quick. I met him in an in-store. My wife made him. We brought him a dozen roses. We made him chocolate-covered pretzels. My wife is a caterer. We gave it to him. Thank you so much. He grabs my wife. He kisses her. Thank you. What's your name, Ralph? Joanne? No problem. A year later, we were in another in-store, Vintage Vinyl in Jersey. We're waiting on the line. He sees me and my wife, comes out from around the desk, goes over. Ralph, Joanne, how you guys doing?
He was real personable.
How did he remember our name? Some friggin' schlub from Queens, New York, and he remembers my name a year later.
He was good at that. Had all that down.
Holy crap! And there's the man. He said it. What's your favorite story from the Dio era, Tracy? Before we go,
me?
Yeah, you play with Dio, right?
No.
Mark, you believe this guy?
When we were on the tour bus, and guys are being guys, just drinking beer and
farting and all kinds of stuff.
Going to the next place. Everybody's kind of having a good time. I had just joined the band. It was my first tour with him. I see Ronnie James Dio. He's only about 5'1".
Yeah.
Little tiny little guy. Get on the table, push his legs back, and light one of his farts.
Get out of here! And I was going to ask you that.
Okay, I mean that I had to stop in my tracks because this is, I kind of looked up Boom too, and I still do. I'm just saying, I was just blown away because he was just having fun.
Did he light?
It lit, and it was like a torch, and it was like everybody thought the same thing because I didn't do it. Ronnie James.
He's like, I'm the man on the flaming mountain.
Pretty much. I mean, I was blown away. Yeah.
Tracy, I swear to God, on my kids, I was going to ask you, have you ever heard one of the guys, especially Ronnie, fart? I was going to ask that.
You were?
I
saw it. I didn't hear it. I saw it there. I mean,
holy shit! And he lit his fart up. Mark can't believe what's happening right now.
No, I'm not shocked.
Oh my God, this is great. This is great, man. Anyway, listen, guys, I love you. You guys are part of the Rock Shop family now. Keep in touch. Tracy, I'm going to text you. I want to get your address. I'm going to send you some Rock Shop t-shirts.
Thank you.
And Mark, I wish you continued health, wealth, and happiness. You're a great fit for these guys. Tracy, down to earth. If you want me to be your driver, get in touch with me. I'm there. I'm there. And believe me, you'd have a blast. It will never be the same again. And Paul, I'll get you learning Italian by the end of the tour. Don't worry about it.
I actually am Italian, believe it or not.
Alfery, yeah. Well, that's with a Y. It's got to be with an I.
Alfieri.
Okay, so why is there a Y at the end?
When they came over, Alfieri was way too Italian. They shortened it up.
Yeah, Tracy, you see what they do to us guineas? They fuck with us. They change our names all the time. They take the vowels off.
Not right.
What's my real last name?
Grijalva.
Oh.
Come on, bro. You only got to tell me once, bro.
Yeah.
Only got to tell me once.
Yeah.
And I've been talking to you enough now. We're friends. I'm gonna send you text here and there. I'm gonna send you text. Hey, by the way, do you know why a lot of Italians are named Tony?
No, why?
I'm gonna tell you why. Because when they came off the boat from Italy, they didn't speak any English, so they were coming to New York. So they wrote on their chest to New York. So when they came off the boat, they went, "Okay, Tony, 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 Tony."
Nick. See, Nick, you learned
All
something.
right.
You learned
There you
something.
go.
Thanks, Ralph.
But anyway, guys, love you. Anybody? They have a Facebook page called Dark Mile Band on Facebook, and the label is called Pride and Joy. Pride and Joy.de is the website for the CD, and it will be available July 12th. The advanced song is called The Boy, and it's a great tune. I'm telling you, straight ahead rock. Mark's voice is as strong as ever. Paul did an amazing job with lyrics and rhythm guitar. And Tracy, straight ahead rock, baby. That's what I love. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate your time.
Thanks.
And I'll talk to you guys soon. Come back anytime.
Right on, Rob.
Thank you.
Bye now. Take care.
Thank you.